All right, here we go. We're going on with part 2 of these problems. They're about sum difference half angles. Well, we have angle beta angle beta. I don't know what it is, but it has this sine value. So why don't I go ahead and draw it? Where's 3 pi over 2? That's down here, and 2 pi 3. So angle beta is in here. I'm just going to draw this generic triangle. And I know what beta is. It's -3 for the sine. So that's opposite over hypotenuse. It's a 3, 4, 5 triangle. And what is angle beta? Angle beta is actually all the way around here. That's angle beta. This is the reference angle that we're talking about for beta. So there's beta. It's this big, huge angle here. And over here in this triangle, we have theta. This is a right triangle. Theta is this angle. If it's not in a quadrant, everything's positive. And Pythagorean theorem would be 9 minus 1 would be root 8 or 2 root 2. Everything's positive. If it's not on a coordinate plane, they're all positive values. So Pythagorean theorem will figure this out. That's a Pythagorean triple. Now I have to find all of these values. Well, I don't know what theta is. I don't know what beta is, but I have this reference here. So I can figure out the cosine of two of these. Make sure you go over here. Theta, 2 of these angles. Well, let's see here. 2 of these angles would be, let's see here, 2 theta would be, hey, that's a formula here. Cosine minus sine squared, or this formula or this formula. This one's pretty easy. If we don't have anything else going on, I can just find the cosine and sine. So the cosine value over here is 1/3 squared minus, because that's the formula, the sine value over here, and that would be 2 root 2 over 3 squared. 1/9 minus, this would be 2 squared would be 4 times root 2 squared would be 4 times 2 would be an 8, and ninths, -7/9. Now I know I said this would be positive, but we're doing double this angle. So if you want to think of it, I did the math earlier, and on this one is 70 degrees right here. 70 degrees right here. We have to go back over here, and it's going to put this angle up into here, and it's going to be this large angle. So it's going to be now a negative cosine, so that's why it is negative. All right, the half angle formula here. We have plus or minus. We're going to use a half angle formula for sine, which is here. So it is 1 minus the cosine value here, and the cosine value is 1/3 divided by 2. This is good. Simplify times 2, times 3 times 3. That would be plus or minus 3 minus 1 over 6. It'd be plus or minus root or 2 over 6. And why don't I just go ahead and reduce that? That's 1/3. So now coming up here, it's a lot of simplification. Take the square root of both sides. That's 1 over root 3. And we can fairly easily turn that into root 3 over 3. Then we have to ask ourselves, well, where is it? Is it positive or negative? Well, here's the angle, and if I cut it in half, I just have a smaller positive, so we're going to leave it positive. And the last one, the cosine of this one minus this one. Well, we have to use this formula here. We're going to go through and use these ones here. So let's go with we're going to do all of these parts here. Cosine, cosine, plus sine, sine. All right, so if I do cosine here, 1/3, cosine here, 4/5. Cosine's flipped, plus, and now sine here is, let's see, what do we have? Sine here, -3/5. Simplify this all down. I have 4 minus 6 root 2 over 15. Nothing else is going to simplify. All right, that's part 2.